Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim, I'm the security nerd. Today, we're on the job, in my office. Gotta love it, right? Thank God for all this. Great creation. Anyway, we're gonna join today's job, already in progress. We're doing 6 cameras on a residential home. And this video will cover a lot of cool options, a lot of cool things that happen during a normal installation. So without further ado, let's join the video and the project already in progress. All right, I'm on the way to another job. And if you remember the last video, I kind of explained, what I do, on the way. The biggest thing is kind of making sure I've got all my tools, going through my head, kind of thinking, do you have all your tools that you need? Just make sure that you know what you're going to do for the day, what your goal is. It's important to have a goal for the day. So when I'm driving, I think about that goal. I think about what I need to do to get to that goal. Today's goal is to run as many cameras as I can. I'm getting a late start to the day. I have other responsibilities in the day, so I won't be getting there until about 2 o'clock my time. And I'll probably work for 4 hours, which I think is a respectable time. And so I expect to get at least several cameras run today. It'd be nice to get them all run, but that's depends on the layout of the house. I was in one part of the attic, so I watched that. But I'm going to get some ice here in a minute, and then just get right to the job and get right going. All right, I'm on the job. I'm just getting all my stuff out here real quick. I got my trusty tape, electrical tape, some pliers, some bigger pliers. Whoops. I got my bit for the holes and screwdriver and the trusty drill. This bad boy is awesome. It's got a hammer drill. It's got everything I need for the job. It'll go through concrete if I need it to. I got 2 batteries, so I'm always good to go. So yeah, so that's the tools that I'm going to use real quick. Also, some of the other stuff that I'll use. I have my trusty hard hat, and if you remember, this is what I wear when I go in attics, so I'll be wearing this here in a minute. Also my kind of like my bulletproof vest. It's just a protective covering so that when I'm in the attic I'm not getting nails on the back, things like that. So thought this was a great idea. It also helps me when it's real hot out. I can put ice packs in there and stay cold. So that's there. Got my lights. Pretty much everything's gonna happen. Let me show you this too. When you've seen this is my storage for all of my push sticks. So I've got a pull stick in here and a push stick in here. Oh, look at that. It's supposed to be, I'll have to look at that, why it's not sealing, because there's some rusted stuff in here, but that's all right. It ain't gonna hurt anything, but it basically holds all my push sticks and pull sticks and my grab stick and all that good stuff. So I'll be using that here in a minute too to get my wires into the attic. So we go on up and do this first hole. And I've already cleared it with the customer exactly where we're putting the cameras. So here we go. That's not gonna work, is it? I'm gonna need alright, so sometimes stuff like this happens where you have something in your mind that's gonna go one way and it looks like it's gonna go another way. The problem that I'm having is I didn't realize that I'm going to show you that right here real quick. It's a little bit too, let's see, a little bit too, let me take this out, let me show you here. Let's walk up here. So, these are beautiful. I don't know, can we show this? See, we got, let's see here, where are we at? So we got some fascia here, and it's about 2 inches, and I didn't realize it was going to be so deep. When I put the camera up here, it's going to hit this, and it's not going to get the angle. It's not going to get that angle that I really need, which, you know, is out that way. So I'm going to have to augment, you know, get some pressure treated wood, and I'm going to paint it brown. I've already talked to the customer about that it might be needed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm not going to drill any holes up here just yet. We're going to go to the front door and we're going to go ahead and run that wire real quick. Hey folks, sorry to interrupt your video experience, but as I was putting together this video, I realized that the sequence in which things happened may not make a whole lot of sense to you. A lot of things happened in my mind during this install that actually changed the way I did things. So let me explain that to you real quick so you get an understanding of how it all actually went down. So on the way to the job, I actually do what I normally do, which is go through my mind, figure out what I want to do, get the goals for the day, so on and so forth. So my goal was to get 3 cameras done completely. I wanted to start up front. So I started with the garage doors, as you saw. During that process, I realized that I may have to change the position of the actual cameras on the garage doors, the ones that are going to protect the car in the incoming walkway to the home on the driveway. So then I moved over to the front door, and for some reason my video didn't actually record me drilling the front door hole in the ceiling, and I don't know why that is. But so I went from, as soon as I noticed I couldn't do the garage doors, I went to the front door and I drilled the hole. And I drilled it in the corner, far enough away from the corner, I thought, so that I wouldn't hit any type of beams or wood or anything like that. Well, it seems that I hit some, so I kept drilling because I thought, okay, it's just a 2x4 or a 2x6. It's only 2 inches. I'm gonna go through it. So after drilling about 2.5 inches, I'm like, you know what, this isn't right. So the video here will pick up with me in the actual attic, looking at the front door camera positioning from the attic view. So the idea was to find out exactly where I had drilled to figure out what's going on, because I kind of felt like I might be, if I drilled any further, I might be, from the outside it looked like I could go through the roof, and I definitely didn't want to do that. So I apologize for this interruption, but again, I think this is necessary for you to understand what's going on. And then what ended up happening is, after I got into the attic and I noticed, okay, well, I'm gonna try to keep drilling because I had plenty of room. Well, I drilled for another 2 or 3 inches and it still didn't go through, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go, this is taking too much time, I'm gonna go to the back and do the back 3. So once you see me kind of talk about the front door there a little bit in the attic, I did go back down and I did drill a little bit further, and again, for some reason my camera just did not record that. If it did, I must have deleted it. But then at that point I'm like, you know what, I give up, I'm going around back. Because again, my goal was to get 3 cameras the wires run into the attic. So I went around to the back. So then what you're gonna see is from me in the attic at the front door, then you're gonna see me kind of show up in the back of the house. And that's where it picks up from there. So then I do all 3 back cameras and get those run. And all of this happens over a couple of days, which makes it even more harder to understand. So I hope that I don't have to interrupt your viewing again to explain all of this. So I'm hoping that you understand. Once you start watching, you'll start kind of understanding maybe the way I was thinking during the process. But see, sometimes stuff like that happens. You know, if you're doing it yourself, sometimes you got to be real cognizant of what's going on around you. And you have to, you know, kind of say, wait a minute, I can't do this right this way or right this second. Let me go do something else. So be a little flexible as well. So back to the video already in progress. All right, here we go. See if I could just do it this way, just kind of show you what I'm looking at. Okay, here we go. Now, when you're in the attic, you always want to make sure that you step right. So, if you can see this, all right, I'm going to step on these and not on this. So that's what we're gonna do. This might be strong enough because I think this was built specifically to go up as a ramp, but again, I don't know. So we're gonna play it safe. So we're gonna move our light and we're gonna go up into the attic. Fun part of the job. The real good thing is it's cool out, so that means it's not as hot as it normally is in this attic. All right, so now we get to look around and see if we have access. Now I've been up here already and we have enough access to get to where we need to go, but there are some things that I want to look at real quick. I haven't gone this far yet. So, I want to see if I can push this button out this way. Okay, wow. Guess I should learn how to use these lights, huh? Just bought them. There we go. Look at that. There we go. So, I'm going to be coming from somewhere over right in there. So there's the vent down in there. I don't know if I'm pointing the camera right, but you can get it. So I think I have to step again right here. And if you're doing this on your own, definitely make sure you step right. If you're a professional, you already know all of this. So we're gonna step on every... Whoa, cool. I've actually never seen that before. Huh. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna go up in here. We're gonna take a look and see what we got. Okay, so yep. So that right there is the front foyer area, kind of right outside. So it looks like I should be able to drill right up in there and push. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at all that in there. Okay. So there you go. That's probably where I would go, right in there, to get my wire. So yeah, we have more than enough access up there. Very nice, very nice. All right, so this is what the front door looks like here. So this is the light on the outside of the little front foyer there. So that's good. Right below us, right in here somewhere, is the front door. And then the corner of the little foyer will be right in here, and that's where I'm trying to put the camera. So as you can see, let me see if I can get some more light on that. Okay, there's some more light for you. That might work. Actually, let's see if I can. Okay, see, right in there is exactly, there we go. Right in there is exactly where I'm trying to come in at. So as you can see, there's a ton of wood beams that I'm trying to go through. And as it stands now, I have a feeling that because I'm on an upward trajectory, so I have a feeling that I'm going through all these double ones right here, and then these double ones right here, and I might go through the roof. So I've stopped drilling. So I'm going to change the trajectory quite a bit and see if I can't come in somewhere right in front of these beams. The worst case scenario is I'm going to go through the corner over here and drill straight through into this area over here where the soffit is, and I'll come in that way. So there's two options here, and I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I'll go back out there and take a look, and then I'll make my decision then. But the bottom line is, especially for a pro, even a DIYer, is that if you're doing something and you have this feeling in your gut that there might be something that could occur, you always want to triple check. This is the third time I've been back here looking, trying to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Now, the extra time it takes is well worth it, because then, you know, especially if you feel that you're doing something that might cause damage, you definitely want to stop. You definitely want to do your research, get up in the attic, take a look. Even if you do it 3 or 4 times, it's well worth it, so that you don't do any damage to the home. You don't have any liability there. Of course, insurance would take care of it if it's, you know, if it's costly. But even so, you don't want to go that route. You want to just take your time, and you want to do things right and professional. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm still trying to determine exactly where everything is. So I'm probably going to crawl out in there a little bit and take a look and just see if I can determine what's going on. But that's exactly what it is. So if I come over here on this side, I can see there's the drywall. That's the ceiling outside. And if you notice, it's got about, what is that, about 4.5, 5, maybe 5.5 inches, because each of those are 1.25 inches. Actually 2 inches, but 1.25 inches really. So that'd be 3.5, and then 1.25 inches would be 4, you know, almost 5 inches, about 5 inches there from the corner of the drywall So there's probably a little space in there. So maybe 4 inches from the drywall, and I'm drilling about 3 inches now. So technically I could probably move out an inch and drill straight up into this area here, but I want to go out there and take a look real quick, and that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, so I'm out here, and as you can see, right where my light is shining, right up there in the corner, that's where I want to come in, somewhere in there. And I have a feeling that because of what's happening down below, I'm actually coming in on these beams right here. And I think that's why I've hit wood. So if I come just about an inch this way, I can hit in that corner right there and bring my wire up right there. And that'll be exactly what I want to do. So the way I do this is I'm going to take an approximate measurement from the box to the beam, and that approximate looks like about 12 inches, give or take about a half an inch there. So that's to the box. Now to the light fixture, it's probably going to be another inch in there because it's a circle in the middle of that box, at least should be. So I'm looking at about 12 inches. So as long as I go, 10 to 12 inches from that fixture and kind of line it up with where I want to drill, I should be able to come in here. And what I'll end up doing then is running the wire outside the camera. You won't see it because I'm going to go ahead and notch the stucco, and then I'm going to patch it with some silicone, and then you shouldn't see it. It shouldn't be that much because the width of the camera is going to be about 3.5 inches. So hopefully I can cover it all with the actual camera itself. If not, then you'll see just a little bit, but it won't be very noticeable. So, all right, so that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to get out of the attic here, and we're going to see what we can do. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to run it in the eaves here. Looks like the easiest way. I did some exploratory things, and looks like it's going to be easiest just to run it right in the eaves. So run around front here, grab my push sticks. I got my trusty tape with me. Tape a piece of wire to the push sticks. Push the stick down, grab it, and then make the corner and do the same thing around the corner. Drop it down into the lower one and run it around into the attic to get to where I need to go. So that's the plan. What I'm going to do is show you the finished product once that wire is completely run. So I actually was gonna do this in a fast forward mode, but I think this is gonna be important to see how this is gonna be done here. Because sometimes you gotta come up with things. I'm not sure if you can see that angle or not. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna be up at this up here, so yeah, you can't see that. Let me see if I can this a little better. There you go. You can probably see that. So what I gotta do is I gotta get up in here. The wire's gonna come up here, and I want to go in the house up in here. So let me pull this down and take a look real quick. Make sure we're gonna have access to what I want and what I need. And put this down. Being careful not to damage anything. Alright, look at that. We have access. And let me pick this up and show you. Boom. Yay. Alright, so take a look and see if I can get some light up in there. Let's see. Oh, we don't. Okay, there's a board right there. Doggy. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No problem. No, see, sometimes you run into these challenges and issues, and it's not a big deal because you adapt and you figure out what to do and how to do it and how to fix it. So I'll show you the end result. Okay, finally got over here to the corner where I'm going to go into the attic with the wire for the pool camera. I'm going to take our trusty electrical tape, I'm going to put it to the pole, my push pole, and I don't know if you can see that from there, but I'm going to fold over the end here so on the other end it's easy to just pull off. So what we're going to do is I've already tested it, and it will go right into the attic right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. I got these wires, I don't want to mess them up. I'll throw that right there. If you notice, let's see here, in there. If you notice, I've got 1, 2, 3 full push sticks on that wire. So that's going to go awful far in there. Okay? And that's going to allow me to do is it'll make it easy when I go inside the house to grab it with my pole stick. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're just going to start feeding this wire into the attic. Oh, by the way, what I've done is I've run the wire out to the backyard here so that it's real easy, and I'm going to make sure that it won't tangle up or anything when I'm pulling it from the attic. All right, we have another camera to run from back here. It's going to be right up in here, and it's going to point out toward the dock boat area. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to protect that area from right there. And this camera is actually going to be a very high-powered, high-resolution camera. It's a 8 megapixel or 4K camera on a zoom lens, so a motorized varifocal lens, and it's going to zoom from 7 millimeters all the way out to 35 millimeters. So we're probably going to put this at about 10 millimeters. The identification value will be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 85 to 90 feet, somewhere right in there. So we'll be able to identify somebody on that dock during the daytime at about 90 feet. Now at nighttime, it's going to be a little bit difficult to identify unless there's a little bit of ambient light out there. But what we're going to do is we're going to assume that if everything I've researched is right, we're looking at about 40 feet for that identification, maybe a little bit further. So I think we're going to hit that hit that docket no problems, even during the nighttime. But with ambient light out there, we'll definitely get some great pictures out that area if we need it. All right, we're back in the attic, and we're gonna go get this boat wire and the pool wire. Just gonna crawl real nice and safe through here. Quick, so I don't have to go all the way into the attic. But we're gonna go right straight through here. Sorry about that. Safety's more important than the video, so if it gets a little dark for a minute here, you're just gonna have to put up with it. I apologize. All right. See if we can find the wire. Okay, not from this angle, so we're gonna have to go a little bit further in. I'll just throw that right there. All right. Now, I think if I stand up, I should be able to see it. Let's see here. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, I think. Okay, there's all those wires that were there. Okay, I think it's right. I'm not sure where that's at. Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, what's up? I gotta go, but... Okay, so I grabbed the pool, got it into the attic. I also grabbed the boat wire, got it into the attic. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna attach the pool to the boat wire, and I've already got, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it that well, it's already going in. I'll shine the light a little bit more. Right, that hole right there. And if you see my little push stick, see if I can't. We're right. It's trying to focus on my finger. Right there is my stick. Let it focus again. See it right there with the piece of tape on it. So that goes into the other attic, which I will pull from the other side. So that's how you run this wire. Okay, I'm grabbing the wires, and I'm in the attic here, and so I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Oh, right there. Could you see that? Could you see that? So let's try that one more time so I can see it too. See here, right? Right there, that orange wire, right? I don't know if you can actually see that or not. Let's go right here. We'll try to go a little closer here. Right in there. Right in there. So I'm gonna grab that wire. There's a wire back there if you can see it too. And we're gonna grab that. We're gonna attempt to do that while you're walking. So basically, too far. So now, bring it in a little bit. Let's see if this works. we go. See there? Now we just gotta grab the wire and pull. There we go. Come right at us. There it is. So now we just pull it in safely, and that's all we do. Well, we got 2 run today. They were pretty difficult. Had to figure out a way to do it, but we were able to do it. Ran the wires to where we want them. Tomorrow when I come back, we're gonna focus on running the little foyer area in the back. We're gonna run that wire, and we're gonna try to run the front door tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we will take on the 2 garage door for both cars. So we will see you tomorrow, and for tonight, you stay safe. Thanks for watching, folks. If you liked the video, please subscribe. If you like more content like this, please subscribe. You've been watching The Security Nerd. Until next time, guys, y'all stay safe.